What's going on, everybody? It's DotBets. We're checking back in. We have our Week 18 Best Bet Show coming at you guys here on the Occupy Fantasy YouTube channel. This is the last regular season Best Bet Show. However, we will be continuing in the playoffs of the NFL and also transitioning to the NBA Best Bet Show here on Occupy's YouTube channel. So make sure you guys continue to show support for the show. We've had a very successful run here. Started this midway through the NFL season. But just always make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and hit that thumbs up every single time we put these out, just to show that you guys do enjoy the content and want to see more of it. We will recap week 17, and week 18 is a little bit trickier with the incentives and teams not having to play for much, having to play for a lot. We'll dive into some scenarios here that will affect the betting markets. But if this is your first show, we'll go over a total. We'll go over a prop bet that I love this week and another teaser. We unfortunately missed our teaser last week, so I think we're like 7 of 10 now on the show. I really like what we got cooked up there for the teaser, though. So without further ado, let's go. All right, and we'll recap week 17. We went 1-2 for minus 1.15 units. Unfortunate on our London bet. We got it at 58.5. It went down to 57.5 after the show. So maybe people saw some stuff that I didn't see, but Arizona was down some of their cornerbacks, some of their starting defenders. I thought this was going to smash. Ritter and him just could not lock in on this past Sunday. And then we had the Commanders-Browns game that flew under. Got a little scary there at the end when Watson threw 3 touchdown passes in the second half. But at halftime, I was like, okay, this should have been a max play. But good, we got that one to cash for us. And then the teaser was just absolutely horrific. You had Detroit, you had Philly, and then you had the Texans. The Texans just were horrific. Philly loses outright. Detroit dominates. So we'll get back on track here this week. We are still profitable for the show, 21-15 for plus 6.85 units. So make sure you guys show some love below in the comments if you guys have cashed with us throughout the season. All right, we'll get into our first play of week 18, and I'm actually going to go to the Sunday night game. And I don't think either way it matters for this particular bet. There are implications that if Seattle wins early on Sunday, this game will not matter for the playoff seeding as the Lions would be eliminated. But even if the Rams pull out the win, which I do like the Rams this week as well, if you guys want to play them, maybe to have ruin some Seahawks dreams there. But even if the Lions are eliminated, the under is the play here. 49.5. We're talking about a cold game in Lambeau. Playoffs are on the line. I don't see 50 points being put up in this game. The Lions defense has been really, really good the last 6 or 7 weeks, both against the run and the pass. And then you have the Packers defense eliminating a lot of the pass games and managing to stop the run. And these two, I think, in a playoff matchup, a playoff atmosphere, you're not going to see many points be scored, especially not 50. So even if the Lions are eliminated, you got to think Dan Campbell is still going to play their guys, still going to play hard and try to ruin the Packers' chances to get in as well. So obviously the Packers win. They are in. But this Sunday night game shouldn't be as high scoring as this line entails. So I'm taking the under 49.5 minus 115 for 1 unit. And basically, I would love for Seattle to lose, and then this game means even more. Then you see a tighter matchup. But you got the Lions team here, especially away from Ford Field in Detroit, averages less than 20 points a game. I just don't see it. And the way the Packers are playing defensively, offensively, just clicking on all cylinders, you got to lean the Packers here, and I tend to lean to the under. So give me all that under 49 and a half for Sunday night football. And speaking of playoff games, we are going to go with a prop in one of the best playoff games of the week. That is the Jaguars Titans game. You had the Titans throw off last week and not play their starters, and now they are full go against the Jaguars at home, 6.5-point dogs. However, there's just a lot of incentives to be had in this game. There's three guys that are targeting incentives that a lot of prop bettors love to target. Me in particular, I'm going to go with this one guy. I think the model loves him this week in Occupy. He is 2 receptions away from 500K incentive and 91 receiving yards away from 500K. So it could be $1 million payday for my man Christian Kirk. And the line currently, as we will pull up the Prop radar, it's currently only at 58.5, and that is over on MGM. So we're on the Prop radar here on the Occupy Fantasy website, free to use. You can search player, team, or game. We have searched for Christian Kirk. Scroll down here for the total receiving yards, and it's 58.5 across the board, except for at FanDuel where it's 62.5. So FanDuel maybe has a little bit more of an edge there, thinking that a lot of people are going to go towards the over. Obviously, you're going to bet it over on MGM with the less juice. He needs 91 receiving yards for that 500K incentive. But the matchup screams for him to obviously catch a lot of passes in that pass funnel defense that the Titans play. Lawrence had that big game with Zay Jones last time they played. I think it's Christian Kirk's time here. He still caught 5 passes against the Titans last game for only 45 yards. A lot of people know about these incentives. I think that Lawrence, I know it's a big game. They're going to target Zay. They're going to target Kirk. That's what they've been doing. Their offense has been very, very elite, especially through the last several games. Last week, they took care of business against the Texans. I think they take care of business this week, and Christian Kirk should be a big, big part of it. Remember, they brought him in on a very big contract. This is their guy. They're going to want to feature this guy even more in a big game on Saturday night. Give me Christian Kirk over 58.5 receiving yards, minus 115 over on BetMGM. All right, we're going to go back to the teaser to end the show. We're going to go with our 3-team 6-point teaser again for plus 160. We are going to go with the Bengals Ravens game. We're going to go Bengals -1. We're going to tease that down from 7 to 1. And then we have the Chiefs Raiders game. Chiefs, I'm going to tease down to -3. And then we're going to go back to that most important game of the week, Jags, Titans, and Jaguars, teasing them down to basically a pick 'em, minus 0.5 units, down from 6.5. All three are in win scenarios. They are favored significantly. If you've looked at any of the trends recently with teams that are 6, 7 double-digit point favorites, they usually tend to not cover the last couple weeks or so, just because those other teams love to play spoiler, and the NFL is just kind of really good at making sure that the product put on the field is going to be played at 100%. But all three of these teams need to win. Chiefs win, they get the first overall seed. Bengals win, they win the division. I think they end up in the 3rd seed, depending on what the Bills do. There's a lot of scenarios there. And then obviously the Jags play, they win, they are in and win that division. So love this teaser this week. I'm going to go only 1 unit down, as always, bankroll management, but plus 160. So make sure, if you guys enjoyed this video content, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. And also leave your favorite bet of the week and let me know if you're tailing or riding with. So let's cash some tickets on the last, week 18 of the NFL regular season. See you guys.